How do you rate this bike overall as a titanium frame, comfort, stiffness? Is it good compared to a carbon bike since you also own a carbon Cipollini?
It's totally two different schools. The carbon Cipollini gives you a bit more speed for lesser effort. Well, this one gives you a lot of comfort, very, very comfortable to ride. But efficiency-wise, I would say definitely you cannot beat the carbon.
Welcome back to another video, guys. Today I'm here with Kenny and my very first titanium bike on my channel. Kenny, thank you so much for coming. Thanks for coming to my show, and you have a legend. I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this correctly, Le Prince.
Yeah.
Kenny, thanks for coming, and can you introduce yourself and tell us about your bike?
Hi, thank you very much. My name is Kenny Lim, and I'm here today with my titanium bike, which is by Legend out of Italy. Easy to ride. Okay, with super record Groupsets, and then with the Fulcrum carbon wheels. Very simple. I think one look you can see the whole component. Yeah, very comfortable bike, I must say.
Kenny, I think the first time we met, we were riding in TMCR, and you were riding a green, I don't know, it's a green titanium bike also, right?
That one is my official name, Matteo. They call it OM. Yeah, so that one also is custom colored in lime green.
Okay.
Yes.
So you are a collector of titanium bikes?
Oh, no. Actually, I'm also a COVID cyclist. I just started cycling some 14-15 months ago.
Okay.
Yes.
So your first bike was a titanium bike?
The first bike was a $300 BMW King.
Oh, wow, what bike is that?
I have no clue.
You still have it or not?
No, it's with a colleague of mine. I gave it to the son.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you're just riding titanium bikes, or you have carbon bikes also? Or?
Yeah, I still keep one carbon bike, which is the Cipollini, the one.
Oh.
Okay, and then somehow I fell in love with steel bikes. Yeah, so I got into Pegoretti, Marcello. Then another one more is the OM, the green one you have seen. That one is the Brondello. This is a steel bike. Okay, and then this one is the only aluminium. This is the only titanium.
Wow, very interesting.
Yeah.
You run your own restaurant.
Yes.
So we actually have a giveaway, but we won't do it now. We'll do it right to the end. So we force people to watch my video until the end.
Sure.
So you have your own restaurant. It's a Thai restaurant.
Yes, correct. I co-own this Thai restaurant called Crazy Tree at Thai Lily Novena. If you see us on Facebook, yeah. So we serve Thai, a bit fusion to make a bit more localized. Yes.
And you have a lot of bikes hanging on your restaurant. I saw some photos you sent to me.
Actually, that is an excuse, to be honest with you. So when you have three bikes in the shop, so you look like you only have one bike at home. So when you want to add on a few more bikes, your wife will not say no.
So those bikes that you hang actually works lah. You can use it.
Yes.
It's not to collect dust only.
No. All the bikes are working bikes actually. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can take it down, pump up the tires, and immediately you can roll.
Okay. So you say you're a COVID cyclist. What inspired you, or what got you to pick up cycling?
I'm a motorbike guy, motorcycle guy, but my whole group back in end of 2020 during COVID, we can't go anywhere. So the whole gang took up cycling, and then slowly they poisoned me. So I got very, very deep poisoned, honestly. Yeah. So but I like it because although I still got my tummy here, but I've lost a lot and I've toughened up a little bit more.
You told me you got this. It's not direct from a shop. You got it from someone, or is it from a shop?
Yeah. This one actually, I was very fortunate. I met this collector, and he has upgraded to even more high-end bike. Okay, and one day he asked me, he said, "Hey, are you interested?" Because he doesn't want to sell it to people who will flip. And he knows that I like it, and I will just keep or even hang it in the restaurant as a showcase. So that's how he was very kind to let me have it at a very friendly price, I must say.
Can reveal the price?
About 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Bike Settlement is the new agent for Legend.
Okay.
If you go to the shop now, even this titanium frame itself will really cost you 10. just the frame. Yeah.
And this is a super record EPS, is it?
No, mechanical.
Mechanical.
Yeah.
So when you bought the bike, it came like this as how we see it, or you built the bike slowly part by part?
90%. The frame, the super record, the rims. I only changed the saddle to what I like, and that's it about it. Yes.
So this is also a Fulcrum wheel set. What model is this?
This is the Quattro, Fulcrum Quattro. Yeah, so it runs very well with this bike.
And this is a completely Italian bike, 100%, almost, is it?
Yeah, almost. Other than tires.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Only the tires is not Italian, lah.
Yeah.
You just need to put Vittoria, then it's fully Italian already.
Exactly. But other than that, I like it.
For Legend, right? Do they only what kind of model frames do they have? Is it only one type, or do they have different models?
No, they have a gravel bike nowadays, which is so popular. They have the aluminium. They even have carbon and titanium, and or you will see some bikes titanium but with a carbon fiber seat post. Yeah, the main post. They are actually one of the earlier creators of this.
Why did you decide to buy this bike?
I actually had a Linsky. When everybody tells me titanium is superb to ride and everything, so I started with a Linsky, and after 4 months with the Linsky, this offer came, and I couldn't say no. Because I like the Linsky, but it was a bit very soft. Okay, so when I had this one, they let me try on it. I was like blown away. So this is more like an upgrade from the Linsky to the Legend. Yeah.
So is this your day-to-day bike, or you have another bike which you would love a bit more?
The Cipollini will be the one that I will always take and ride. Yeah. So I don't know why, but maybe everybody says I'm crazy. I'm the only one who say the Cipollini is very comfortable. Yeah, but it suits me very well, and it has proven on the recent November ride for Audex 300. I completed the Audex 300 on the Cipollini.
And this bike is mainly, do you use it for TMCR, Sentosa, or?
This is good for flats, running long distance. Because of the titanium, it absorbs all the bumps and all that. So yeah, you get very comfortable on the long ride, but no problem even on climbs like that. Because the main difference on the Legend, that I can point it out, I'm not a salesman, but this piece here, the whole stem, is a one-piece titanium CNC machine out. Okay, and including the bottom bracket is a whole piece of titanium, and they machine this to suit it. And so this piece is a very stiff titanium actually. And if you look at the downtube, the way they play off with the downtube, the design on the downtube, the shape of it, that gives it the rigidity there.
So what is your height and what's the frame size?
My height is 160 cm, and this bike is an extra small, or normally size 48 they call it in the Italian geometry.
Do you go for a bike fit?
Yes. I went to this gentleman called Ryan from Bike Lab. Very good guy. Old school way, mechanical a bit. Okay, but was able to fit me up, and everything was very well done.
This group set, so Campy is not very popular on my channel, maybe because in terms, people say sometimes the parts to service and everything is a bit more difficult. Do you find that as an issue, or have you tried other group sets to compare?
I'm a sucker now for Campy group set. On all the 4 bikes that I have, 3 of them are all on Campy. Yeah, all the mechanical. I like the feel of it, especially on the thumb drop. Okay, when you downshift, immediately you can feel the difference. On the Shimano that I have on the Cipollini, it's very smooth. That's it. Yeah, it's very efficient, very smooth. But this has a bit more character. But as for servicing wise and all that, yes, I agree. The parts are slightly more expensive, but they are so long lasting. I've never seen someone who tell me they worn off a set of super record even on the cassette. I've not heard of that.
Okay, so you will stick to Campy?
Yes.
Will you get the electronic?
Yeah, I would love to have buy the electronic, but currently, as we all know, due to all the shortage, the EPS for this is almost more than 6 grand. That I find it is a bit too much to buy. So yeah, so since I'm in no rush, and all the bikes are fit up already, I don't think I want to upgrade to EPS for no reason.
And what is, I don't know, I've never ridden a titanium bike, but are titanium frames heavy? So what is the full weight of the bike?
This is below 7.6.
Huh, really?
Yes.
Oh, because rim also, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one, the frame itself is already very light. Yeah. So it's really lovely to ride.
What's your opinion on rim brakes? Do you have any disc brake bikes, or do you think rim is here to stay?
I have three rim brakes. Okay. And only the green monster, I call it. My green monster is on this. But I tell you, you give me now, ask me to buy one more bike, I will go for rim.
Rim.
Yes, rim brakes.
But I've interviewed people where they say that rim, right, especially during the wets, it's very hard to brake, very hard to come to a stopping position. Do you find that as a problem?
Yes, but as you know, if you are seasoned enough, you will just know how to modulate the braking lah. Yeah, you know, instead of 30 meters, maybe you need 45 now. You will know. Consciously, you will know it. Yeah, so I will not bite about, wow, I must go for this brake and all that. Because sometimes these brakes, as we all know, you have all the squeaks and all that. Then every month you got to go back to the shop to get it sorted out. That I find it a bit too much.
Yeah.
And how often do I want to ride in the rain? If I caught in the rain, okay, no choice, then we can just move along. But just know that your braking distance is slightly more. That's all.
I got my own opinion, but I think I better not say it lah.
Thank you so much.
Last part from me, or more of the few more questions, is oversized pulleys. You know, some of our group friends, we all have oversized pulleys. Will you get an oversized derailleur?
I can't afford to pay $1,000 for a pulley just for the show of it. To me, I'm not so expert. I'm more of a beginner having fun rider. To me, I don't see the benefit yet.
Before we move on to the Instagram questions, the last part is, what do you not like about your bike?
No leh.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Love it.
This bike it came from the collector in this format. If I have a few $100s to spare, maybe I will upgrade the handlebar. Yeah.
What's wrong?
Just to a carbon bar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's an aluminium bar.
Yeah, this is alu now. That's about it.
Okay.
But other than that, I don't see any problem. I think for me, we are from the old school. I'm a bit more old school type. So I rather ride the way it was designed for, rather than trying to change my opinion and modify the bike to suit what I think I want it to be. I think that is too troublesome.
I know I said last question, but how do you rate this bike overall as a titanium frame, comfort, stiffness? Is it good compared to a carbon bike, since you also own a carbon Cipollini?
It's totally two different schools. The carbon Cipollini gives you a bit more speed for lesser effort. Well, this one gives you a lot of comfort, very, very comfortable to ride. But efficiency-wise, I would say definitely you cannot beat the carbon.
Okay, so we'll move on to the Instagram questions. You guys have submitted a lot of questions. If you want to ask questions for the next bike, follow me on Instagram. Kenny, are you ready?
Okay, bring it on.
I didn't even show you the question, so this is totally unscripted. The first one, the comment is, generally people leave titanium bikes unpainted. Is this a special paint scheme for commemoration, or what was the reason behind? I mean, you got it from a collector lah.
Okay, I did some research. I spoke to Desmond from Bike Settlement, or Brew Bikes they call it. This one is one of the very rare Laprints, where every piece of Laprints frame fork is painted accordingly. Yeah, so it's not the conventional titanium where people leave it bare. Yeah, and the reason I bought it was the color was the first thing that attracted me. If it's just another bare titanium, maybe I will give it a miss.
Okay, the next question. I know just now we said these are all Italian built. I just found out something. This is not Italian.
This is Shimano.
Why no Italian? Where's the look? Look here.
I started road bikes then with all the Shimanos already, and with all the bikes Shimano, I don't think I want to change the system. So and all the Altegras is good enough.
Are the bike lights Italian as well?
The bike lights is Infini.
Infini from where?
I have no bloody clue.
Doesn't sound Italian lah.
Yeah.
How does Campy Groupset shift? Any issues or trouble with maintenance?
So far, I have them for almost a year already. I never had any problem with Campy, with any of the Campy actually. It shifts very precise. As I said again, it's not as smooth or fast like Shimano. Okay. So, but then when you the precision when you drop your gears and your, because on the Campy is on the thumb that you drop, you can feel it. That is a feeling that I like.
So how do you shift? I know there's the thumb here. Can you also shift the levers?
Yes,
here,
go up
right?
is on the lever. Yeah, as per like a Shimano set. Okay, but when you want to drop, bring it down, you just want to drop from the top. Yeah.
And Super Record is the highest in for Campy, right?
Yes.
Like Dura Ace lah.
Exactly.
This is my own personal question, right? Are Legend frames handmade in Italy or are they coming out from some factory in China?
This is the best part about Legend. I did some research on it. My actual background is in engineering and welding. So all those are titanium frames and they are actually welded in a chamber. Okay, only but for Legend that they do that. So you can see they are able to smoothen down and grind down the entire welding area or to almost zero. Yeah, for as you can see from any other Linsky maybe, you can see that there are always some welding marks or welding scallop they call it. You can see it very visible. Yeah, even on the unpainted Legend titanium, you can see it's still smooth. Yeah, because of the way they do the welding preparation in a welding chamber.
So with your background, engineering background, would you say Legends frames are the highest end for titanium? Or are there other titanium frames which are just as good?
Oh, no, then I'll be opening a can of worms. There are brands like Mods, Passoni, okay? I was told Legend actually produced the frames for Passoni. Yeah, and Passoni will cost you easily 15 grand a frame. Yeah, but I can't afford it, so I didn't want to bother.
Don't worry, it will come soon.
Yeah, I hope.
Did you consider going for EPS or is it not compatible with the frame?
Nope, the frame actually definitely can go for EPS. For me, these are fun leisure bikes. If I want to do a EPS or do a Di2, I would do it onto my carbon frames where I need them to be fast, to be precise and all that. I would think that would be more relevant. I call this a street bike, a fun bike to ride. I think this is more than enough for me.
Carbon or titanium?
Titanium is something you can hand me down to your kids. Okay, but on the carbon, we all have a assumption that it always will just give way in time to come. How true is always been a debatable topic. But for titanium, yeah, if I want to keep, I will keep this.
I think titanium frames, what they call it, very timeless. Like what you say, you can pass it down to people. It will still remain a very classic. I wouldn't say classic, I don't know. Is it classic frame? Will you call this a classic frame?
This is a bit, yeah, this is a bit modern.
Modern classic.
Titanium, yeah. That's why, because you see, a lot of titaniums, even the Linsky that I had, all the wires, all the cables were running external. Whereas on this one, although it's a few years old model, but
it's already internal.
Yeah, it's all internal. Okay. So to keep this, I think it's a no-brainer.
Okay. Does it take a legend to ride the Legend?
Of course. First thing first, it's not every day you see a Legend bike on the road. I'm not a legend lah, honestly. I know whoever this guy is must be trying to pull my leg 2 times. But I think if the opportunity comes to grab a Legend titanium or a Legend bike, try it. Because of the engineering behind it, this bike actually can go fast. Okay, I tried it on TMCR following some of my crazy friends. Okay, they could go cruising at 45, 50, and I was able to follow them. Yeah, so this is a frame, as you can see, all the chainstays, the way it is thick and beefy. Okay, unlike certain ones, those are very thin, just for the real comfort ride. This titanium is made to go.
Right, this bike cannot eat mee pok, can only eat pasta.
Bullshit. Yeah, I go everywhere. Okay, and that means I cannot even own this because I open a Thai restaurant. I cannot even ride this bike already. No.
Does the downtube bottle cage make the bike fly? Because this is it's in wings.
Yeah, actually, this is the original one. This is the original Legend. Okay, with a flying. We look at it. So, but then they wasn't able to find a second piece here. So I had to make do with one from Pinarello that I bought from Cycle Works a few months ago.
Doesn't it irritate you that it's not matching?
Yes, but the only virtue is because this is a side load. And because the frame is a small frame, I'm a small frame.
Yeah.
So on the side, it's easier to take out rather than hitting the tubes and all that.
So, but taking it from downtube is okay?
Slightly, because that one I don't take it so often. So the push, you can pull it to the side.
Well, since now you cannot find it, this is very valuable, like Rolex already.
No, it's just because the local agent have just taken over Bike Settlement. Brew Bikes have just taken over the agency. So give them a bit of time. I'm sure Desmond and Kelvin will be able to bring some parts along with it. Just to share with everybody, my very good experience with Brew Bikes. This one, the bottom bracket, this is the older version. So at the bottom bracket, the BB, inside there you have a cable guide. The used to be the cable guide was made of plastic. Okay, when I took over this bike, I actually had some problem with it. The shifting wasn't good and all that. Then I went to see Desmond. Then we opened it up. Then realized that the plastic chain guide was broken. So a good shout out to Bike Settlement Brew Bikes was because they actually took out from the brand new Legend bike and fit that piece onto here for me. Yes, this is something that the first time I come with Singapore, the bike shops with such service lah. Yeah, and then they fit up everything, tune up the whole bikes for me. And until today, they didn't want to take any single dollar for it.
Wow.
Yeah, they say, because I'm the agent, I could request for a few more pieces out of Legend, and really, which they did. They sent them a few spares.
I know Desmond and Kelvin, I actually went to their shop to film once. We Brew Bikes, right? It's the one opposite Bike Settlement. Now they are also carrying titanium bikes, right? The custom built one. What brand was it again?
The one is the Legend. The second one that they have is the Dario Pegoretti. And then the third one is the OM, the Officini Matteo. Yeah, I'm fortunate enough that I own those 3 brand stock bikes. Yeah,
we will get you back again to film your other bikes.
I'm always more to share, all the poison, if you must say it.
How is the vibration compared to between a carbon and aluminium bike?
I still have one more old Pinarello Treviso. That one is the aluminium frame. That one is also very easy to ride, but it can be a bit harsher, okay, on the aluminium bike. So on the titanium, it's really absorbing all the bumps from the roads, all the vibrations. And maybe if I were to tell you a bit technical, this is a mix of titanium grade 5 and grade 9 titanium materials. So they really place it where it's supposed to be. And you have to give it to Legend, that the way they design and engineer the whole frame, okay, it has to be stiff at where it's supposed to be.
Well, you did your homework before you came for the shoot.
No, before I even buy the bike, I already had all these things, not for the shoot only. Yeah.
Kenny, that is all the questions I have. Anything else you would like to share before we go on to the last part? I hope everybody is waiting for this.
No, I think everybody should just bring their bikes to Oompa Loompa. Yeah, let him know, because I think we saw a lot of Track Madon and a lot of SL7s and all those, right? So come on guys, bring out all your fun bikes. Let this gentleman here, okay? Let him showcase your bike. Let him have a feel of steel is real.
No, I think the whole purpose of this channel is for people to share and tell us about their bike. So people who are interested to buy titanium, for example, they can hear it first hand from you. How is a titanium bike? No bullshit from the bike shop telling hey, buy titanium, buy titanium. So that's the whole motive. So thank you, Kenny. And okay, so the last part, if you guys have stuck around until this part, Kenny is willing to sponsor some makan at his restaurant, Crazy Tree. Can you tell us more about this?
Crazy Tree is a restaurant that we took over some some 15 months ago. It's about the same time that I started cycling. Started with 3 class schoolmates. Since we cannot travel, I said, okay, let's go into F&B. And in Crazy Tree, we were very fortunate to have the support of a lot of cyclists. Okay, because I cycle, so a lot of cyclists came. People from the groups of TMCR, the group that I ride with, CSPD, and also my first group that I cycled with, Joy Riders. Okay, so I have also all these Joy Riders people coming to me and teaching me, and there were even some chefs that were cycling. They actually shared with me how I could improve the business, how to improve the dishes out in our restaurant.
Interesting. So if you guys want to check out Kenny's restaurant and all his bikes hanging there, visit him at Crazy Tree. If you guys want to win a seafood bag for 2, proudly presented by my channel, thank you for sponsoring. All you guys have to do is just comment in this video. I don't know, just comment whatever you want. I'll just generate a random comment winner. Make sure you're subscribed, and then I'll contact you. I'll send you this voucher, and you can visit Kenny, and maybe you can take one of his bikes home also.
Come, please. Come and have fun.
Will this bike be hanging there, or this one is going to be in your house?
No, I'll alternate them, to be honest, as they are all my riding bike. So sometimes I can just bring it down, then I cycle the next morning, clean it up, and put it back again. So there might be, sometimes you see only 2 bikes, or sometimes you see 3.5.
Okay. Kenny, thank you so much for sponsoring this and coming on my channel, First Titanium. I really appreciate it. And if you guys want to feature your bike, just DM me on Instagram, follow me there. Kenny, that is the end. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.